Hi everyone, it's time for Drawing with Jenny again. I hope you're all doing well. So today we are going to continue our study on restoration. We are going to be looking at just one verse today. It is Psalm 147 verse 3. It's a verse you might be familiar with. You may have heard it many times, but we're going to delve into it a little bit deeper today. So if you want to read along with me, you can. The verse says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And this verse is talking about the Lord Jesus Christ, our God. He is the one who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He's the one who does that. We have quite an amazing God, don't we? There are many gods with the small g, only one God with the capital G, but none of those other gods do this, do they? Only our God does the healing and the binding. So to help with our study today, I have gone to blueletterbible.org and I've looked up 2 words from this psalm. You're welcome to go to blueletterbible.org and look up more words if you like. But the 2 words that I looked up were heal and bind. However, when you go to Blue Letter Bible, they use when they do the word study, they use the King James version of the word. So in this case, healeth and bindeth up. So for healeth, and another thing about Blue Letter Bible, the definitions are broken into categories, and one of the categories is outline of biblical usage. So this is the way that the Bible uses this particular word. And so this is the list that is on that website, or a part of the list anyway. To heal, to make healthful, of God, healer, physician of men, that's Jesus, isn't it? Of hurts of nations, and we learned about that last week, how the two nations will come back together through the cross and be one again. Restored favor, of individual distress. I really like that last one, of individual distress, because as I mentioned last week, I was brokenhearted and God has healed my heart. He's healed me. He's still in the process of healing me, I would say, but I've come a long way, and I can definitely say that God is my healer. And healing is a process, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So the words bindeth up, again, for the outline of biblical usage, include to tie, bind, bind on, bind up, saddle, restrain, bandage, govern. My favorite word in that group was bandage. It reminded me of a child who has a cut on their finger. When a child has a cut on their finger, their mom or dad or a doctor or a nurse is going to put a bandage on that finger. But that is just the first step in the healing process, because when you put a bandage on the wound, it doesn't heal automatically just because the bandage is there. It is a process. It takes time. It even takes time for the bleeding to stop, doesn't it? But another category of definitions in Blue Letter Bible is the Strong's definitions. And some of those for the words bindeth up include wrap firmly, wrap about. And I love that because it relates to the bandage. When you have a bandage on, it's not just loosely put on there so it could fall off. It's wrapped firmly and it's wrapped about. So to think that God does that for our wounds when he bindeth us up or binds us up. So I found that short study to be a blessing, and I hope you did too. But if you want to take a moment now and draw something from the verse, you're welcome to do that. And if you do draw, I would love to see what you've drawn. In the meantime, I will show you what I have drawn. So here, it's the same girl, but you can see here in this one, she's crying and her heart is broken. It's hard to stick a heart inside, where a heart should go in a stick figure, isn't it? So I just put the heart outside just to represent that, her actual heart is broken. But over here, you can see the same girl. It's supposed to be the same girl. She's smiling. Her hands are raised, and here they're kind of drooping. But here her hands are raised, and her heart is whole again, and there's a cross inside, because Jesus is the one that heals us and binds us. So I hope this lesson has encouraged you. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know, but God does, and I pray that He comforts you through this lesson, through His Word, through His people, and that He begins to bind up your wounds. So I'm not sure what we're going to study next week, but I look forward to continuing this new series with you, and we will be talking soon. Bye for now.